And that scry is very relevant as well on that particular turn. So we're feeling hot. We're feeling hot. So check this out. Right? The other thing I really like about this vigilance here is we can swing bada, right? Now we can do all of these bad boys tapped. Very good scry because we don't have the 4th mana for this, so it's definitely not what we want to see. Hey, what's up, YouTube? I have a really quick and simple deck today, okay? You've definitely seen it by now. It's like the Selesnya Artifact list. We're sort of topping the curve with our Gearhulk, right? But we have some cool additions. You know I'm obsessed by now probably with Goldvein Hydra. Yes, those treasure tokens are artifacts. Yes, that helps quite a bit with a lot of the things that we're doing. A really good line, if you haven't seen it before, is Warden of the Inner Sky on turn 1 into a turn 2 Tough Cookie. Fortunately, I didn't get that in the video today, of course, once I started pressing record. But there's a lot of different things you can do. Now, there's some interesting decisions I made after testing it quite a bit, right? There's tons of mono red lists going around. They're just terrorizing things. So, you know, do we have the best list for that matchup? Probably not, but it's a good list for tons of other matchups, so don't be like scared away or right away. I do want to point out some highlights though. I would say that get lost in your own guy is not terrible. Say they're going to exile your Hydra because that's what they really want to do. Well, you get lost your own guy, you create a bunch of treasure tokens and map tokens, which all of a sudden, you know, if you lay your Thousandth Moons Smithy, you could tap 5 artifacts to then get the Barracks of 1,000, which hopefully my head isn't covering the second half. But essentially, whenever you cast something with the mana that this produces, you'll create a, you know, scaling artifact based on the number of creatures and artifacts that you have every time. So very, very good. Now, Clay Champion, a little bit of an overlooked card. This is from Brothers War. It's a 2/2 normally. But when you use white mana, you can buff your other guys. And then when you use green mana, you buff him even more. So very, very cool and flexible card. It actually helps a lot. And it's just a nice little addition in the 4-drop slot. Also in the 4-drop slot, I'll just go here since we started here, I guess, is, right, you have your Abuelo's Awakening. So you can bring back your Seraph, right, as the better half, the 5/4. Or you can just bring back your Gearhulk and immediately get, your Thunderhulk and get all of the value right away. Now, another really good card is this Board Wipe, right? It's a Board Wipe that is also an artifact that also has the ability to craft itself, which is huge. And the 5/3 flyer is not to be sneezed at, especially with that effect that sort of forces them to either swing and not cast a spell, or cast a spell and not swing. So that's kind of the idea there. It does buy us a little bit of time. It is very relevant, more relevant than I ever thought. Platoon Dispenser, very cool overlooked card. It gives us another mana sink. Also unearthing, sort of with the craft, more mana sinks. It's really, really good. Yeah, we're going to be able to draw cards. Not too shabby. But more importantly than that, we have Kellan. So Kellan is, you know, I've already actually just a few decks ago made a sort of Selesnya Humans list. Didn't really do that well. A lot of people sort of already understand that list pretty well, right? Usually you're doing the Brutal Cathar thing or the Adeline thing. And of course, the Coppercoat Vanguard, the 2-drop that buffs all your humans, very, very good. But we're not doing any sort of human stuff, but it does create the map tokens early in the game, which is very relevant. Tough Cooking can turn those into 4/4s, not to be sneezed at. And it also sort of, you know, when you use your get lost and giving your creature 2 map tokens, the first half of this is that much better because you get 1 plus the dudes that have artifacts, right? Not the total number, but yeah. Okay, Warden of the Inner Sky, shabam. Very good. That's Scry, super duper good. Eventually becoming a flyer, super, super good. Don't sneeze at it. I know I already mentioned this guy, but it is better than it looks at first glance. Now, Haywire Mite is super strong, man. It's just good. It gains you a little bit of life, keeping you alive for maybe 1 extra turn against mono red, right? And then there's so many artifacts and enchantments that you can just pop right away. Very cool. You could chunk block with it, then take advantage of the ability. Absolutely insane. Very good. Market Gnome, every time you use a craft ability, you can get a second draw and gain a life trigger, which is very, very good. It's also just an early blocker. Not too shabby-dabby-do. I already went over the Hydra, which you know what that does. You could go more Yotian Descendants, right? Dissidents. Not too bad at all. In fact, you probably should. I had a couple different versions of the deck in the works, but I ended up cutting this because I just had to cut something. And yeah, this is what I ended up on. Not too bad early. Later on in the game, not even the worst thing. You can very quickly start generating a lot of artifacts. So yeah. White Sun's Twilight. These are also artifacts. Once, if you get to the 7 mana mark, it's just an insane card to begin with. You're not trying to win by Toxic usually or anything like that. It's pretty hard to get in all 5 of those for 2 swings in a row, but it's good. Any sort of fodder that you can make is going to be super duper helpful. The Clay Fired Bricks, again, more mana sink. Anthem, creating 2 colorless tokens, helping add to your count. The only other card is, the Briarbridge Tracker. We're going to pretty much always have at least like 1 token, whether it be a map token, whether it be a treasure token, whether it be just our gnomes. So yeah, it's pretty much always going to be a 4-3 Vigilance, which is pretty decent. A 4-3 Vigilance is really good. Or, right, you just sacrifice that, get the value immediately, and it's sort of done its role, it's done its job. There's tons of other 3-drops you can go, but I wanted to highlight that this card does exist still, and it's pretty cool art. I just like it. Not many people use it, so let's go ahead and be different. You know what I mean? But you could probably think of a better 3-drop if you really want to. Restless Prairie, of course my head might be covering this, but it is 4 mana. So you're going to need 5 to take advantage of this, 4 to activate it, 5 to swing, and then it does buff all your guys, which is super duper good, right? If you have a bunch of gnome tokens. So very synergistic. I think the mana that I have here is pretty perfect. Never ran into any mana problems other than maybe like taking a bad hand, like a silly goose. But you'll eventually, I didn't like go many turns without getting the forest that I needed, for example. So very cool. Hope you like it. It's a little bit of a simple approach today. You've probably seen it. But I wanted to remind you that it all exists. I'm actually having a lot of fun with Selesnya right now. Next deck tech should be Dimir Control. Definitely. It's been a long time. Dimir is absolutely insane. And I have tons of standard decks that are still very much legal for very much more time. Just from like a few months ago and stuff. So glad to be back making videos. Much love to all my supporters and friends and family. So I love you guys. Have a great day. Good luck on the arena. I'll see you in the next video. All right, first game. Let's do it. We got a decent hand, being that we have some ramp, but we're gonna need to draw into our early board presence. Hopefully this Surveil can help a bit. There's a creature. I mean, it's not the best one in the world. We will lead with this. Not too shabby. We could potentially keep this here, but let's put it in the graveyard, because we can do pretty cool things later on, including bringing it back. So let's do this. And you can also use it as crafting fodder later on, so not too shabby dabby do. You know what I'm saying? But really, you want Abuelo's Awakening your Seraph, which is pretty nice. Not too shabby dabby do. It's no Portal of Phyrexia, but hey, it's synergy. Insidious Roots, you say? Actually, I really wanted to look into a deck with this card. I think there's a lot of potential with this card. Quite a bit. Yeah. So, let's do this. We'll just get down the boy. You know what I'm saying? Right? Graveyard Trespasser. We know what this does. A little bit of life gain. We probably want to put an end to this as soon as we can, right? So we want to get up to this 5 mana. Bippity bippity bop. And if the plants get to a certain size, we can at least wipe it. Now, this is a good card, actually. Surveil 2 is serious. You can exile it as well. So, like, for benefit in the form of a counter. So, very good card. Yeah, can't complain there. You know what I'm saying? Do we just... Yeah, that graveyard hate is real. Now this is exiled, right? So, we drop this down. We'll Market Gnome, right? Let's put the counter, I think, on the Market Gnome. Now we have a blocker for Home Skillet Biscuit. We will probably not swing. I don't know what I was thinking of for a second. But we need to hold this for something better. Like that. That's a pretty good target considering what they're doing here, right? They're wanting to make these plants. Oh, this is Saproling Fungi. But it is just creature tokens, I could see. Just general synergy. They probably have like cards that get a lot of counters and stuff to all their guys. So yeah, I can see this. Pretty cool deck here. I'm gonna probably copy this to some degree. Let's pop this. Well, this is more annoying than anything else. Yeah, we have to discard a card, but we have like an extra planes, right? We're not gonna really need those 2 planes, I don't think. Plus, we're getting lands off the top, so that's always fun. Hit him with this. Let's wait. Let's wait. We will not swing. We will, yeah. Yeah. That's the right play because, okay, see, here's more sauce. Hopefully they overcommit with that last card in their hand here, too. Which they do. It is a creature that could survive. They're going to go ahead and try to destroy a permanent. It's going to be their own permanent. Oh, they have to sacrifice her. Sorry, I forgot about that. Well, yeah, that's totally fine, right? I mean, this would have been a better target, 100%. But they don't know we have a way of wiping the board in our hand, so I don't really blame them. Very synergistic here. Very cool card, the Snarling Gorehound. You can tell my coffee is just starting to kick in. Do they swing? Yeah. Swing, bada. Yeah, give us the card so we can make a more educated decision for this turn, right? I am 100% down. I mean, sorry, man. You know, there's a lot of board wipes in the format. I'm sorry, dude. You kind of had to see this one coming, though. Oh, wow, we're almost up to the big bad boy. Oops. So yeah, we will definitely do this 100%, right? Goodbye, come again. We'll give them one of these. Not too bad. I mean, that's pretty good, right? They're gonna get, yeah, 9, and like, what else is in here? Yeah, just lands and stuff. Let's do this. Almost didn't see it. Not too bad, right? We got 2. I could have done this first, being that they had way more. Did they have way more artifacts and stuff? I guess those weren't artifacts, so I guess it's fine, right? You get more the more artifacts your opponent has, which is why it synergizes with Get Lost. So that was almost a total brain fart there, but we should be good. Because I mean, it's actually really important to get these artifacts, considering it adds to our count. Now, we're in a pretty good position here. Just checking the graveyard. Let's craft this and spend our 7 money. We will exile this, I think. Because, you know, we'll be able to draw a card and gain a life with its ability. So it synergizes very good. So, you know, we could fit in more Market Gnomes in the deck, but there's a lot of hard choices you got to make. And now you could go blue with the Solemn Simulacrum, but I unfortunately do not have the Mythics and things. Not Solemn Simulacrum, but the Simulacrum Synthesizer is a really good 3-drop right now. It's not even legendary. So you can just get like some insane amounts of board presence out of nowhere, like up to 12 12s. And I think last game, in one of my testing games, I totally got creamed by exactly that. There were like 19 19s or something ridiculous. I had like 5 of them, you know what I mean? Okay, cool. They can rebuild pretty decent, like better than I thought because of all the graveyard recursion, right? So this is cool. I mean, this is really, really cool. Yeah, whenever they leave your graveyard and they have these activated abilities that help them leave the graveyard. Wow, dudes. Wowzers. However, little do they know, we're waiting on a White Sun's Twilight. Bro, how dope. What a cool deck. This is very, very cool, man. I'm going to hit him with a nice. You know what I'm saying? I mean, part of me wants to be like greedy and wait like another turn, but I don't really see a reason, right? There's just not. I'm sorry, dude. Like, I'm doing what I gotta do, man. I'll never feel good about board wipes, bro. Honestly. The Surveil trigger with this is sick, dude. This is sick, bro. Cool stuff, man. I like this kind of stuff, dude. People that like use this sort of like under the radar decks like that. Okay. Let us lay our Kellan. We're actually gonna try to attempt to establish board presence. We can't cast this for what we really want to cast this for, but let's make sure. Well, yeah, let's do the yeah. We'll actually get a big guy because these guys can get pretty big out of nowhere. We'll put this in this, and that's a GG. One thing I'll point out really quick before we get to the next game, right, is we did have access to a flyer in the form of our Glyphbridge, right, which could be a win con in these sort of like, you know, tons of token stalemate type of things. I mean, 5 damage in the air is real. Yeah, so very cool stuff. And let's get into one more for you. Okay, game 2, let's get a little bit more early interaction with our smaller creatures, which are usually where they're going to win us the game, trust me. We have all the ones I really, really want to see. And we will lead with this. We could double spell. Next turn, not too shabby. We just got this one, so that's always fun. We'll hit him with this, and we'll hit him with this. Now, if you Warden of the Sky into the Tough Cookie, right, you can immediately tap it, because it does create the food token, which can be used, because it is an artifact. And that Scry is very relevant as well on that particular turn. So, we're feeling hot. We're feeling hot, so check this out, right? The other thing I really like about this Vigilance here is we can swing Bada, right? Now we can do all of these bad boys tapped. Very good Scry because we don't have the 4th mana for this, so it's definitely not what we want to see. Shaboom shabam. Ooh, look at that, dude. That is such good art. Wow. Alright, so they removed the boy, which is cool. They didn't give us the treasure tokens, which is smart of them. But we still have our Hydra. Hence the power of the Hydra. Now, yeah, let's just keep getting in. A little bit of a lag there, which is pretty cool. Always love to see it. But you can always, if they're trying to do something tricky, like exile this guy or anything tricky, we can actually pop our own guy to create 2 map tokens, which is really good artifact count for us, as well as creating 2 treasure tokens, or even more, potentially, right? So it's not insane to get lost your own Hydra or some of our own creatures. Now they are going to try to go for a board wipe, it appears, which is rather annoying. This is an artifact, so that's pretty annoying too. Now, of course, we could have exiled that. That's great, and that's fine. But what I think we do is we do it this turn, right? So we put this down. We swing now. Bada, chabam, chaboom. Hello, goodbye, come again. Dude, the Haywire Mite is quite a card. This is honestly quite a good card. It's an artifact, it's colorless, you can cast it easily, the activated ability is awesome, and you just gain a little bit extra life, which, holy guacamole. So there's the Exile, which I could have held up to get lost to do exactly what I was talking about. Okay, so now we saw me be an idiot, which is good, because now you know what not to do. But, I mean, like, we didn't really necessarily want them to do this either, right? I mean, they could have, which would have been sad, and then we would have got the counters for the Hydra, but I don't think we're in a rush. Let's go ahead and do this. They know what we have in our hand, too, so... Yeah, that was probably a little bit of a misplay. I got a little too trigger-happy, McDappy, but it happens, I suppose. I'm also an idiot. Okay, so let's do the unthinkable. It's gonna die anyway. I don't care. I just want to show you these artifacts can be super duper relevant, especially with our Glyphbridge. Okay, there's the cookie. Shabam. Let's now take advantage of those tokens. Now we can't. That is fine. I just don't think, what do they have? If they slap down like a shoulder it or something, like, fine, but we're going to Glyphbridge. So, yeah. Just need that mana. Just need the mana. So, they're getting their boy. They're feeling like a hot boy. Let's actually gain a little bit of life here, I think. Say it ain't so. Don't do it. Okay, there's the mana. That's fine. We're chilling. We don't quite have enough to swing with this. Not that we really want to. It's a little dangerous into black decks, but they are, of course, tapped out. It is a 3/3/2, so it can't die to cut down, but whatever. We couldn't do it anyway. There she blows. You'll love to see it. 4 is nada. Nada, my guy. Literally nada. You're gonna have to do better than this. You are going to have to do better. I mean, the creature land is a problem potentially because we can't like wipe it easily. Okay, tough cookie. Not the worst thing. Not the worst thing. A little bit of life gain. Also a target to at least do this finally. So we could swing in, like we have the 3 mana extra, but let's just do this while we have a target, right? Okay, we get the mana off the top. We will do this again. And we just gotta get to our Gear Hulk. That's probably fine to put in there. We will do this, and we will probably sacrifice the food. But sometimes it might not be worth it, right? With the Gear Hulk, right? I mean, could potentially want to make him a little bit bigger, but there is the Obliterated. You love to see it. Simply incredible. Let's do this, actually. We're just going to guarantee that we can't... well, unless they have, like, instant speed fight, which is like, ooh. Okay. Huh. I want to get this off the field so bad, right? Yeah, because we can sacrifice some instant speed. So let's wait a turn. Know what I'm saying? Yeah. I think that's definitely best. Give us at least one more turn. Okay, and they are going to lay some more stuff we can take out with our wipe, which is silly of them, kind of. It's not like the silliest thing I've ever seen in my life, though, that's for sure. Do we do the unthinkable? I mean, yeah, right? Why wouldn't we do this? Double block, you say? I mean, I'll take a, you know, I'll do this. I don't know why you wouldn't swing with your Obliterator. I couldn't see a downside to that. Very cool. Very, 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 very cool. I don't think that's a problem. Let's do this just because we can. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. Okay, that was a good play by them. I mean, like, we at least got that card out of their hand. They're Tamio safekeeping, which is pretty good. And then we will probably go ahead. We'll just hit them where it hurts. You know, we'll just do this. Goodbye, come again. They do get to keep that. That's right, because it is power 2 or less. That's right. Hair. Bruh. Okay, so let us do such things. We will exile the tough Cookie. Goodbye, Cookie, who is tough. Yes, quite. Big flyer action, and then if they try to do any, like, you know, a black Phyrexian Obliterator nonsense, with like the fight spell, then at least they can't swing that same turn as well, which is like really, really scary. Down the road. This Restless Cottage is actually, you know, it's gonna be a problem. What was that? They didn't have the mana to swing? Or was that a misclick? I would have blocked though, for sure, I think. Prevent the damage, just get one more out of their hand, you know, reduce their land count just a little bit. Okay. Popping the boys. The boys be getting popped. Big poppage. Poppage action. Okay, so we do get to draw a card, which is rather nice because they got, let's see, what they did? Yeah, all the Glyphbridges out of the Deckaroonie. All the Hydras, man. That's dirty, man. I mean, you slap this down, right? We'll just follow it up with another one, too, you know? What you gonna do about it, eh? What you gonna do about it, eh? Swing better. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. There's that fight spell. You know, if they had that earlier with the Obliterator, they goofed. We were ready with that fight the cookie thing, but I think there was one turn they could have done it, but I don't think they had it properly or something. Slap down another one or what? Low key, huh? Low key. But check this out, check this out, check this out. We'll cast this for 2, right? Yeah, 2. I guess I could cast this for no, yeah. We need to tap this like this. You just got it this way. And then you can do this for 2. So that you have the what? Whoa! Wait, am I tripping? What am I? Oh yeah. I'm sorry. My brain. I was dropped on my head once. As a mere child. Irreparable damage. We'll get on in. I could have saved that for the rest of the cards, but why? Why? It's only 4. Okay, big food action. You'll love to see it, Mr. Hair. This guy, bro. This guy. Your cottages, bro. We get it. Your cottage, he just won't chill. He's restless. There's the fight spells you need. Bro, like what? Did you not have any of those earlier? Interesting. Because we were pretty far into the game at that point. You think you'd definitely get a lot more of those in your deck. Not too shabby. I can see him doing that, but now you're like completely out of sauce. I don't know if that's necessarily like the best play. we'll slap this down. We could, you know, but better next turn we Restless Prairie. It's over. All right, we just got a bunch of board presents, buffing them all up. Next 3/3 is over. What do you have for me, sir? So let's cost 2 mana, right? Yeah, 2 mana. Okay. Oh, Mr. Cottage. Oh, Mr. Cottage. Use preposterous, I say. Absolutely preposterous. Yeah, we win. Cool. Easy. Easy, easy, easy. Lemon squeezy. Goodbye, come again. So maybe that get lost earlier was a little silly. Maybe we got lucky with the Fresh and Obliterator. There was definitely different lines we could have taken. However, we got to show off some of the pieces of the deck. I want this to be a quick one because I think a lot of you guys have seen Selesnya Artifacts already. And, you know, I actually have like 2 or 3 takes on this deck already. If you wanted to check back just like a couple months or so. Probably a little bit longer than that because I did take a little bit of a break. But this deck should be relevant a little bit longer. And the rotation isn't going to influence it so much. There's a couple cards that are leaving that I have on this list, I believe, but no more than that. And yeah, you know, we have until fall. So enjoy. I really appreciate all the support. My next deck list will be a Dimir control type of thing. Let's do some Dimir. It's been a while. So hopefully you liked it. Have a great day. See you in the next video. Peace.